And so how can you tell, here's the $1 million question, how can you tell when you're anchored and grounded? What are the kind of things that we can encourage people to look out for, I guess, or to sense? Or is it just such a personal thing that it can't really be explained in a general way?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure, but for myself, for years I thought I was grounded. I I found out that really grounding is really something deeper than just have tiny little roots on the surface. So yeah, and it is an ongoing process. It is not, oh, I'm grounded, so well done. It's something that is always going on deeper, deeper, deeper. And I think the realizing of that it's an ongoing process and there is not an end in the grounding process, because it has to do with building your consciousness.
Well, I think what you said there was I think is really important, is that grounding is evolving, because we are evolving and Gaia is evolving. Because even when I started out on this journey, X years ago, we were always told, just ground into the planet, just ground into the planet, and that was great. That really was important. But now things seem to be evolving, and we're maybe it's not about one way of grounding. Maybe for all of us it's slightly different because of where we are in our journey, but also maybe because of our template. What template we have.
Yeah, true.
But it's a very very good question you ask, because it's also good to think about how can we, for ourselves, but also for the people who join our courses, how can we support them in having awareness when you're grounded or not. So what it opens up within me is that it's so important to learn to listen to your intuition, to be able to feel where your system is, and to be able to ask your higher self or your divine self, that people learn to listen to their system. Because if you're not able to listen to your higher self, then it's difficult.
Yeah, and I use my pendulum. Yeah. To ask questions when I'm not sure. So when I start doing things and I want to be sure, I use my pendulum when I'm not sure.
To ask questions, yeah.
Yeah, to ask questions. So for everyone.
So you would ask your pendulum, am I grounded?
Yeah, exactly. I got a no. I thought, oh, okay, I have to ground deeper. Am I grounded enough for what I want to do? So, because grounding is subject.
How do you know if you're grounded?
Well, now I ground every morning. I do the little exercise that my guides showed me, and for me, it really brings my awareness to my hara, and from being aligned in the hara, then I can ground 360, which is what I do now. I just ask to be grounded 360.
Yeah.
So the feeling for me, if I'm not, it's more I know when I'm not grounded, and when I'm doing the exercise with the movements to just tune into the hara, the end of that, when I go back to the ID point, I feel so I was just super lasered.
Yeah.
However, I have to say it does change. It has changed since I started to do that exercise. It has evolved.